Never be so lonely that you invite the devil into your bed. Ladies, you have to understand who you are. You have to fall so deep in love with yourself that nothing else matters. You're wasting your time on a man that can't even pull $500 out of his bank account. And this man got you questioning if you're beautiful or not? Questioning your sanity, if you're worth something? Listen, you are worth everything under this sun. Don't you ever forget who you are. All praises.
I'm embarrassed, I'm ashamed, I'm hurt. But I know I'll make it through. I've tried everything. Everything. I'm here getting the rest of my stuff. I'm embarrassed, I'm ashamed, I'm hurt.
Now, y'all know I don't just jump on here to talk noise, but when a man builds an entire platform preaching to black women and men about healing, healthy masculinity, and divine alignment, while actively destroying the woman in his own house, we have to clear the room. This self-titled wannabe spiritual healer named Yada, his facade is officially up. Although for some of us it's been up for years, it is officially up now because finally his wife, Aja Yada, the mother of his children, the woman who stood beside him, just came forward. She posted shedding light on the reality of her situation with him, living behind closed doors, emotional trauma, physical violence, a tooth knocked out. Let's look at the hypocrisy. Yada awakening. Minister Yadin Yada, the self-proclaimed prophet of women, the spiritual healer, the man who built an entire brand telling black women that they deserve to be protected, provided for, and never touched in anger, while putting his hands on his own wife. I'm not sugarcoating this. I believe her fully. Black eye, 8 weeks postpartum, tooth broken from the force, years of it. And this man has the audacity to still walk around selling spiritual enlightenment in a dusty, molded package. This is the same exact energy as every fake spiritual nature boy type who discovered crystals, started saying frequency and elevation, grew locks or a beard, and decided that made them qualified to lecture the rest of us on how to live and how to love. They all run the same playbook. They preach higher vibration while moving at the lowest frequency possible. Talk about protecting the divine feminine while breaking her face. Call other men dusty bums while being the main character in a domestic violence case. The dusty bum themselves. Post long captions about postpartum care and how a real man supports his wife after she just pushed out his child, then gives her a black eye 8 weeks later. Yada spent years on camera talking about how men who can't control their hands don't deserve a family, how any man who views a woman as lesser is sick, how he pays his wife $250,000 a year so she never has to work and could leave if she's disrespected. He sold the fantasy hard, the mansions, the trucking companies, the multiple wives, the I take care of mine speech. All of it was bullshit. All of it was content. All of it was branding. Because behind the scenes, the same man was allegedly putting hands on the woman he claimed to elevate. And that's not a slip. That's the real curriculum that he wasn't teaching. The spiritual talk was the costume, the mask, the prophet of women title. the facade. The apple of Eve, the alkaline diet, the Sufi minister aesthetic, all a costume. Underneath it is the same old controlling, violent, insecure little man who needs an audience to feel powerful because he can't control himself in private. And let's be clear, the platform he built made this worse. He spent years recruiting women into the idea that a real man looks like him. He made himself the standard. He tried to. So when his own wife finally says the standard is a lie, it's not just a relationship ending, it's the entire brand collapsing in real time. Every woman who ever looked at his page and thought, I want that. I pray to God that a man just like Yada is sent to me. You just got a hard lesson in how easily men sell protection while practicing the exact opposite. And you don't need to spend years calling other men weak for not providing, not protecting, not controlling their emotions, then turn around and leave your wife with a bruised eye after she just gave birth to your child. You don't get to brand yourself the solution to toxic masculinity while being the walking case study for it. You don't get to play spiritual when the results look like this carnal demon and this violent man who can't control himself when he's angry. This is textbook. The higher the spiritual language, the harder some of these men hide the damage and the harder they fall. They wrap the abuse in elevation and lessons and shadow work, and she triggered me. Meanwhile, she's the one covering bruises and texting that you broke her tooth. She has lived this. Here is Divine Queen Yada, a name that he probably gave her, speaking in her own words. No filter, no PR, just the truth that he spent years trying to brand away.
I'm embarrassed, I'm ashamed, I'm hurt. But I know I'll make it through. I've tried everything. Yada. Everything. I'm here getting the rest of my stuff.
And if you were to never speak to Yada again, ever again, what would you tell him? What would be your last message?
That part's gonna make me cry. But I try everything, and in my heart, I love you. You will always be my best friend. But I have to choose myself, and I have to protect our babies. And I would much rather them have both parents alive than to one be in a hospital with something terminal or one of us not to be here. So I'm praying for you though. That's what I would say.
I'm going to tell you something your father should have told you. Stop choosing men at the bottom. When you choose a man at the bottom, you're choosing a man to come into your life and drain you, and then complain to you about why you're drained. A man at the bottom cannot love you. He doesn't even love himself enough to pull himself up. And character, if he had good character, he would be providing for himself, meaning he stepped into your life to provide for you as well. If a man is at the bottom, he can only lean on you, depend on you, take from you, and then complain when you don't have nothing else to give him. Ladies, fall in love with yourself. This is something your father should have told you. Fall in love with yourself before you ever attract a dusty bum into your life. Do you hear me? Do you hear me?
My work is ruined. Ooh, sometimes she makes me so mad. I wish something really bad would happen to her.
Cause what you gonna do for Big Mama for real? What you gonna do for Big Mama? I'm the with money.
Now, girl, you know we don't fuck just for money. We out hustling these things. We fuck with money. But a better have some money if he wanna fuck with a bitch for her own money.
So that's it. Believe women when they tell you what happened in the house, especially when the man made a career telling the rest of us how a real man is supposed to treat the house and his woman. The costume's off, sir. Your frequency has been exposed as incredibly low, and no amount of spiritual jargon is going to put that black eye back in the box. Ladies, protect yourselves out here. These enlightened ones will have you thinking you're the problem while they're the ones swinging. Peace and love.
Not in a relationship with a woman, stop calling yourself masculine men and teaching other men about relationships. If you want to teach a man about a relationship, show his woman. Show me your woman. Show me that you're validated.
Shot everybody.
Woman, look at yourself. Not through his eyes, not through what he called you. God knew your name before he ever did. Beautiful, desirable, gifted, and wise. But somewhere in the hurting, you stopped believing your eyes. You learned how to smile while your spirit stayed bruised. Called it love, called it loyalty while being misused. Walking light through the house, reading changes in his tone. Feeling lonely beside somebody, scared to be alone. Everybody sees the woman who can handle anything, but they don't hear the silence or the fear that footsteps bring. You kept trying to save him, kept losing pieces of yourself, trying so hard to keep a man, and you forgot to keep yourself. God did not breathe life in you for somebody else to take. He did not give you a heart that deep for somebody else to break. Keep yourself, woman, keep yourself. You don't have to lose your soul loving somebody else. God knew your name before he ever knew your skin. And love that comes from heaven doesn't beat you down to win. Choose yourself, woman, choose yourself. You don't owe your suffering to anybody else. You can leave with tears falling, you can leave afraid. Fear does not mean you're wrong, and staying does not make you safe. Keep yourself. Keep yourself. Keep yourself. Keep yourself. I know you love them. That's the part they never understand. They ask, why didn't you leave? Like love is simple in a violent hand. Maybe after every storm he held you while you cried. Swore he'd never do it again while looking in your eyes. Maybe there were flowers, maybe sometimes he was sweet. Maybe the same arms that hurt you were the arms you used to need. You kept loving yesterday, praying tomorrow would be new. But you cannot love the anger out of what he chooses to do. You cannot bleed enough to turn his worst into his best. And forgiveness never means you hand your life back to the threat. God did not create your voice for somebody to make it small. And loving somebody faithfully doesn't mean enduring it all. Keep yourself, woman, keep yourself. You don't have to lose your soul soul loving somebody else. God knew your name before he ever knew your pain, and the hands that made your heart can teach that heart to love again. Yourself, woman, choose yourself. Lay that heavy luggage down. You cannot bear it by yourself. You can leave with tears falling, you can leave afraid. Fear does not mean you're wrong, and staying does not make you safe. And when you finally go, don't expect your heart to understand why freedom feels like grieving when you're letting go his hand. You might miss him, that doesn't mean you made the wrong choice. You might love him, that doesn't mean he gets to destroy your voice. You might question every memory, every promise, every prayer. Wonder if God heard you crying when it felt like no one cared. He heard you when your faith was hanging by a thread. When you prayed beside a man you had begun to fear in bed. When you thought a woman's job was caring everybody else, God was whispering through the noise. Daughter, keep yourself. You are not what he called you. You are not what he did. You are not every secret that your frightened heart has hid. You are more than the bruises, more than nights you couldn't sleep, more than every empty promise somebody couldn't keep. And if you have to start again with nothing but your name, God can build a whole new life from whatever still remains. You don't have to keep a man, you don't have to prove yourself. Woman, please keep yourself. Keep yourself. You don't have to lose your soul loving somebody else. God knew your name before he ever knew your pain, and the hands that made your heart can teach that heart to love again. Keep yourself, woman, choose yourself. You don't owe your suffering to anybody else. You can leave with tears falling, you can leave afraid. God is not standing at the doorway telling you that you should stay. You were his before the heartbreak. You were whole before that man. You do not need his permission to become yourself again. Love yourself. Love yourself. Protect yourself. Forgive yourself. And this time, keep yourself to become yourself again.